Hi, everybody. It's me, Anna, from the Indiana channel. It's Thursday, one more day until it's Friday. So, yay. I was wanting to know if you'll please hit like, I do this every time. Like, subscribe, and the notification button. Why I have such a hard time with that, I have no idea. But anyway, I'm asking if you'll please help me keep building my channel because I said I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to give up. And I'm going to keep sharing this. I hope everybody had a really good day today. It's not been as hot this week as it has been, so that's a blessing just in itself because the heat can be so draining. And it can make us tired. And that's kind of what I want to talk about a little bit. Speaking of tired, it's going all the way over here to what I posted yesterday. I was talking about depression. My depression and how it's affected me and my experiences. I didn't go into detail about, the people I know or, I've been around a lot of people and I've seen struggle with depression. And so for my experience is what I was told by my doctor was, get some sunshine. I took some medication for a while to help me balance myself, but that was also when I was coming off of all kinds of drugs and alcohol and not doing anything to kind of balance me chemically, and then I started getting some spiritual healing, and for me that's where it's been at. It's been in the spiritual part for me that has helped me, and acceptance and understanding that there are going to be bad days. I'm going to have bad days. I'm going to have some bad hours. There's some bad minutes. But I've learned in this journey I've been on that they pass. It does pass. It may not seem like it in a moment, but they do. I remember one time I shared my story. I was telling a guy that was in recovery. I was probably sober 3 months, my second time. And I was sharing with him that, my house got broken into, my business is going really bad, I'm overwhelmed, and my son was being a butt. And I'm just sharing all this, complaining and negative things that were going on in my life, and I just felt really overwhelmed. And he looked at me and he said, I got a raise last week. And yesterday I golfed the best game I've ever golfed in my life, and all my kids are healthy, and my son is doing really good, and he's getting ready to have a baby. I'm going to be a grandpa. And my first thought in my mind was, what an asshole. Why are you telling me all these great things that are going on with you and my life is falling apart? And I'm sitting there looking right at him, right in his eyes, and he looked at me, he goes, but that'll pass too. Everything passes, whether it be good or bad. So that's why we got to grab onto those moments of joy. But we have to understand those moments when we're going through some hard stuff too, because if we don't have bad times, we're not going to see how great the good times are. I mean, I can't imagine just everything being all okay all the time. Because if it was, then we would not realize how great and special certain moments are. So I'm really blessed to be able to see those things today. And I'm also grateful to see how things that go on in the world really do affect me and the people that I'm around. The energy that comes from the people I surround myself with is so important. It's so huge to me. I'm capable of picking and choosing, well, except for when I'm at work. Okay, we already talked about that. But I'm capable of picking and choosing the people I'm around or the energy that I allow into my life. Did anybody see the moon last night? Just not to change the subject, but real quick. Oh my God, it was so beautiful. It was such a powerful, bright light in the dark. It was just huge. And I mean, just the energy that came from that moon last night, it just creates a peace and vibrant and just beauty. And it's there for our taking. I'm not trying to preach no universe and stars on anybody or God right now. I really want to talk about just how important the energy that we are surrounding ourselves with, and that when we are feeling bad, it'll pass. It may not seem like it. And this still, I stick with, always ask for help. Always, and if you're too far gone. I just read a big post on Facebook about a guy that was struggling with depression, and it's hard, and it's not a joke, and people are out here really wanting help and are just scared to ask. So if you're someone that has the opportunity to be a beacon of light, to share your experience, strength, and hope, or to share your own trials that you have worked through and found a way to heal, man, please do that. Because I mean, I used to be so afraid or so ashamed, and it felt so much like I wasn't good enough if I shared my story with people. And I truly believe, after listening to TJ Jakes today, that he's like, find your passion, find your purpose. And I truly believe my purpose and my passion is to share all my screwed upness that I've went through with other people, so they don't feel like they're alone in some of their screwed upness. Because if you can share where you've been and the struggles you go through today with another person, they feel like they can share their struggles too. So it helps both of you. One, you're able to share where you're at and who you are. And two, they're able to get rid of some of their junk too. And you're going like, and a lot of times when I share my junk with people, they're going like, oh my God, it's not that bad. So I'm blessed to be able to do that today. And I believe that is part of my purpose, is to share life, my life, and for people to know that they are not alone, and for people to know that there is healing. I have found my healing through spirituality. I have found my healing through surrender and acceptance and understanding and forgiveness of myself. Once I learned how to forgive myself and understand every single thing that I have ever been through or experienced was all for a reason, for a greater good, for me to have more understanding of other people. I mean, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not a psychologist. I'm none of that. But I'm able to, I know my experience, so I'm able to share that with people. And I want to be that person. And I want in my great scheme of things, in this, everything I keep saying about love, I would love to see more people be able to be open about who they are. There is a poem by Mary Ann Williamson. It's called Fear. If anybody ever gets a chance to Google it and read it, I share it on my Facebook all the time. And it's actually some people I know, their favorite poem. And it's a very powerful. And it talks about fear of our own, and fear that we're more powerful beyond measure. And that if we dim our own light, we're hurting people rather than helping them. And once we let people see our light, it makes way for them to be able to shine their light too. So if we can, let's try to be kind. We really, I say that like on probably 80% of the videos I've already recorded, but I mean that from my heart, because people are truly suffering and we don't even know what's going on. So a kind word, a smile, a gesture, pat these babies on the back and tell them how good they're doing or how special they are. Stop telling these kids they're ugly and they're mean and they're brats and they're no good, because there is no bad kid. There is no bad kid. There is no ugly kid. There is none of that. These kids are beautiful gifts that need to be told more and more and more to just be built. And I mean, I understand we all lose our patience. Everything that all happens, but it is so much easier to raise a nurturing child than it is to heal an adult. But healing is possible and it can happen. Anyway, with that being said, I just want to say I love you all, and I hope everybody had a really good day today, and tomorrow's Friday, so I hope we all have a good weekend. And thanks for keep listening to my videos. Even though they may not always come out, I see other videos, I watch them, I check them out going like, oh my God, they sound so good. And they're so, monotone. And I'm like, la, 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 la. I'm grateful to be able to do this. And I want to keep doing this. And I hope everybody really does get something out of it, because they're going to get better. I keep saying that, but it's only been 30 days. 30 days just built a habit though. There we go. It's getting better. Anyway, I love you guys. Have a really good night tonight, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. And please hit like, subscribe, and the notification button to please help me keep building my channel. Da-ding! All right, good night, everybody.